Hello, welcome. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm going to do three readings today, and you are welcome to pick whichever reading you are drawn to. So just use your intuition, pick which card, which number, which reading you are drawn to. All right. Okay. So I will leave the timestamps down below so you can find what the readings are or where the readings are in the time. And let's get started with reading number one. If you picked reading number one, this is a validation reading. You are really needing some validation, and I'm game. I'm up for that validation reading. All right. So I'm going to start with the Power Animal Oracle cards. So with all readings, take what resonates, leave the rest. The intentions for the reading are down in the description box below. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I think I said that. I repeated it twice just to make sure. All right, reading number one. Let's get some animal cards. Otter, surrender, let go of control. I would like to validate that I feel that some of you have really learned how to let go of control. There's always going to be more work to do. However, I'm getting a real sense of you've been doing a lot of inner work, and so it's made it easier to let go. I'm even getting things that might have really irked you years ago or months ago. There is this surrender, or I'm just not going to let that bother me anymore. So yay, good job. Kangaroo, gratitude, be grateful for all you are blessed with. This feels like whenever things get rough and rocky for me, when I'm trying to control too much, when I'm in a cyclical pattern of thinking, I can break that with gratitude. I can switch the conversation in my head and switch to what I do have instead of circling around this lack space. Then instead I can really focus on, what do I have right now? I'm here right now in this moment. I'm here, I'm breathing. We can start real basic. I'm grateful for this really comfy chair. Honestly, it is really comfortable. The temperature in the room is perfect. I feel comfortable, relaxed. I'm glad I'm getting to I really appreciate spending this time with your energies. Thank you for sharing your energies with me. So I appreciate you. I appreciate me. I appreciate that we have these technologies that I can hang out with you through a computer or a device. And I find that amazing, where I might never have met or had shared energies consciously with you guys. And so that's really nice. So anyway, appreciation, whatever you're appreciating right now. Maybe you can comment below, like a list of appreciation of what's going good right now. The more we activate appreciation in our space, the more we find things to appreciate. So, oh, that feels really good. Feels like a lot of you are doing this because I'm feeling this like swell of yeah, I appreciate this. I appreciate that. So we go. All right, turtle, retreat, stop trying to make something happen. Wow, these are all along the same vein. So it's letting go of control and appreciate. This feels like you might be trying to push your own agenda on some things, trying to make something happen, a project. It feels like maybe the people that you're working with aren't on the same page, and so it's getting frustrating. Like they've got different plans. Yeah, and so maybe figuring out what is working and appreciate that, and then letting go of what's not working, at least for now, and being very honest about it. Say, this isn't moving the way I thought it would be. I need to focus my energy elsewhere. So there's no excuses, there's no blame. It's just like, let's call it what it is. It's just not working. Let's move on. So, all right. That card really wanted to come out. Let's move forward so we can validate how amazing you are and how things been going. So, cards aren't going where I'm. No, I can do this. All right. Bear with me while I get these out, and then we'll get some clarification on what we have here. Alrighty. So right now, well, actually in the past, well-deserved reward. So I just want to validate, it feels like you might have been validated in the recent past for work that you've done. At work, some of you are really amazing at the job that you do. Some of you are getting recognition for something that might have been a hobby or viewed as a hobby, but somehow it's taking flight. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, just saw that, spiritual union. So we'll keep that in the back burner. Okay, well-deserved reward. Let's see, clarification in the past on well-deserved reward. Oh, did you stand your ground? Boundaries? This feels like boundaries. Maybe part of what you did, you stood up for yourself. You stood up for something you believe, and it brought balance. This is like, this is amazing. Like it brought this balance where somewhere there was something lacking, and you standing your ground, creating a boundary. I'm getting that some of you might have felt a little like you're not used to practicing healthy boundaries, and this might have felt like too much or over, but it just feels that way. But I hope that makes sense. All right, and then right now where you are is in your heart chakra. Let's get some clarification. So heart chakra could be love, could be just loving yourself, getting to know yourself. Oh, well, again, this could be harmony between your masculine and feminine sides, your past and your present, like just finding harmony within, or it could be love. Ooh, authority. And it feels linked to whatever powerful stance you did in the past is really it's put you in this emperor mode where you feel strong. You're not going out to get things done. People are coming to you. And you get to be this bouncer that gets to decide if energy can get through to you. You're using your intuition. I'm hearing leveling up. Your intuition is leveling up. I think it feels like your guides have asked this of you, have created situations time and time again so you can stand up for yourself and level up and get to this new space. Your higher self is focused on your throat chakra. So throat chakra, communication could be how you communicate with others. It could also be how you're communicating with yourself. Let's clarify and see what that is. Ooh, your higher self is communicating hope, that you stay in that hopeful space. As I'm showing this card, can you feel your heart opening? The hope that someone, a fulfillment. Yeah, that feels really good. Have you been suffering in silence? It feels like it's been a journey for you, especially the last 6 to 9 months has just been, I'm hearing a grind. And your higher self wants to validate this. I hear you. I know this has been a lot, and you're not alone. You have your support team around you, your invisible support team, your guardian angel or angels. Some of you have quite an extensive support team and angels. And just getting a message to not give up hope, that there have been a lot of obstacles for you to overcome. But how you've overcome these obstacles is why right now you're in such an amazing harmony, authority, and intuition space. So you really have leveled up. Your challenge right now is to shine. So all these situations that have been really difficult and these challenges have kind of made you withdraw and maybe a little hermit mode, a little taking care, going within to find your answers, because you know that that's where your real answers are within. And right now, the challenge is to start coming out of that protective, highly protective space and shine from that heart space. Look at that. Let's see, more on shining. Yeah, shining right now is a great time for prosperity begins, for planting new seeds, of having like-minded people coming together and watching that grow, helping that grow, nurturing it so it can grow and be abundant. Just right now, shining. So, all right, personal family patterns that are either helping or hurting your situation right now. 5, challenging times. 5s tend to be very uncomfortable. There's a little of this and a little of that. It feels unbalanced, uncomfortable, challenging, for sure. It feels like a lot of the challenges, since this is our thoughts getting to you right now, is that a family issue? That when things are difficult, I'm getting during challenging times, a lot of you don't have the family support structure. So it's leaving you feeling really isolated during these challenging times is what I'm getting. Yeah. And Another 5, conflict and defeat. So you're feeling defeated. You're feeling exhausted. Boy, 2 5s. Family patterns. What family patterns have been going on? Have you noticed in your family when things are difficult? And it feels like you're shifting that consciously. Like, I know how my family deals in unhealthy ways, maybe unhealthy patterns with conflict, but I'm going to do this differently. Your own personal issues are dreams coming true. Your personal perspective is seeing that this is, boy, you've got the whole universe in your hands, an end of a cycle, maybe even ending the cycle of family patterns. See any clarification on dreams coming true? Ooh, a bunch came out. Oh, yes. So end of a cycle. So here's the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. So despite family patterns, it feels like you have made tremendous shifts, working through difficulties, truth, finding the truth of the matter, weighing everything instead of just believing. Awareness, using that amazing intuition that we were talking about earlier, to really see things clearly, to see yourself clearly. Yeah. All right. And excuse me, your conscience. What should you do? Kind of shoulding yourself, I guess, in a nice way. Sacral chakra. So your conscience is saying, you know, I just want to focus on manifesting. Maybe that's why you've been withdrawn a bit, is really finding the clarity of what's really going on in the situation and finding those answers within. And then deciding very consciously as well, just want to validate, I feel a lot of consciousness coming through, a lot of shift in perspective and change. Way to go, hot dog. So anyway, so you're in a real, I want to manifest. I want to birth something new into this world, even a baby or babies, but I want maybe project babies or something fun, something creative, something maybe something that creates material and spiritual prosperity. I mean, look at how confident the stance is as you're watching the fountains and all that you've grown for yourself. That's amazing. It feels very, well, abundant, obviously, but easy in a weird way, like guided. Do you know that you're guided? And that's why it feels karmic and guided to another material harvest. All right, so I'm getting that you're manifesting more of the physical health, wealth, kind of first chakra issues. Yeah, there's something about the end of that last cycle that is creating a really wonderful, like, well, now I know what I don't want in a very clear way. So I do know what I do want. So what would you do if no one were there to judge you? You would blossom. So this is also that stepping out and shining and being the light. You are going to blossom. More clarification on blossoming. Ooh, there was someone or a situation in the way of your ability to blossom, maybe even your own. Let's not project it out that it's other people's, but maybe there's something within you, like an ego issue or an inability to see something. And so that going within and having solitude really helped. Doing shadow work, way to go. That's tough. It's tough. And yet you're doing it. And yet you're doing it. Victory and success. Way to go. All right, the lesson right now, strengthening bonds. Strengthening bonds. Let's see what this, again, this feels like first chakra issues. Yeah, there's something about the waiting game. Strengthening bonds. I'm getting with people who really are going to reciprocate. Letting go of those who are not backing you with this change, that aren't able to keep up with you with this change. Because you have a fulfillment of wishes coming to you. This is a make a wish type of card. Emotional fulfillment. And I'm getting a message from Spirit to say, you are worthy of these wishes. You've already done all the work. You are worthy just for being you. There's nothing that you have to do to earn your worth. You are so worthy and valuable. Maybe even, journaling, listing not only appreciation, but all the wonderful qualities about you, and have them activated and continually activated in your space. Not so you are in an ego space, but validating yourself, filling your own tank. The advice right now is, better hold of that, release. Releasing whatever beliefs aren't working for you, releasing emotions that are no longer serving you, releasing people and situations that are no longer backing your play. It feels like it's kind of dividing you up. Again, 5, an uncomfortable situation, like this is difficult, and I want to validate that releasing beliefs, releasing maybe people who are no longer beneficial, nurturing, nourishing, that is difficult. And you are creating this wonderful foundation and achievements. 4 is very foundational. So the work that you've been doing is incredibly important and valuable, and you are valuable. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, this is reading number 2. All right, for those of you who picked reading number 2, personal development. All right, so let's look at where you are right now, and maybe some blocks, and what you can amplify or bring in. So first we're going to start the animal oracle cards. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. Salmon, determination. You know where you're going and you will get there. So I'm getting that a lot of you have been working really hard on yourself, on your consciousness, on your craft. Feeling a lot of you are light workers, energy workers, tarot, Reiki. Boy, so many different, and some of you are several of those things. Wow. Hello, talented bunch, personal development reading. Wow. Okay. Badger, perseverance, dig in and see it through to completion. This has a real, I'm exhausted. This has been a lot of work. I feel like I've been doing this personal development stuff for months, years, all my life. I'm hearing all my life I've been doing this. Keep going. Keep going is the message. But on both of these, determination, perseverance, and foresight, giraffe, you are able to see what is in store for the future. I feel like this is why you've had the ability to be determined and persevere, because there's some intuition, because I'm feeling you guys are really intuitive and you're intuitively guided. Even I'm getting, even in dreams, in that dream space, some of you just knowing, some of you use your guidance so much. And some of you just know this, that you're like, oh yeah, move on. Like that's just who you are. That looks really beautiful. So just want to validate that. So let me throw these cards out here for personal development spreads, and we'll talk you through all of these and get clarification cards. Alrighty, so in the past, you have choose your battles. I'm feeling that some of you are dealing with some other people's large egos. That's what I'm getting, like they're, and they're in stone, they're, excuse me, some unmovable, yeah, unmovable, unchanging, wow, that does not, that is difficult on top of all the work that you've been doing. But you've had this amazing amount of patience. This is like the Temperance card. This ability, it is either Sagittarians are listening, or this could be about the person or people you're working with, some of them fire sign. Ooh, it's created heartache and loss. This conflict has been with my throat chakra too, like a lot of words, hurtful words. Oh, and the words have really shut down your solar plexus chakra, just kind of made you feel unempowered. However, your crown chakra, this has created this ability to, there's some wisdom that you're receiving about who you want to work with going forward, who's well, I'm hearing what juice is worth the squeeze going forward. Who do you want to put the energy into that you know the energy will be reciprocated and you'll get that back? So I just want to validate, this sounds like you've been going through a lot recently. And if your heart is aching and you're not feeling very empowered, that yeah, I'm feeling that. That's tough. You've been doing really amazing work. Right now, you are in 2, refusing to see. So this is present time you. there's something about what happened in the past, the words spoken, the words unspoken, something about this unsettled issue. It's not completely settled yet, that has created, see how he's got this armor helmet on, and it feels like to protect your noggin from thoughts and how much they hurt. You're closing off, you've protected yourself. However, the good stuff isn't getting in either. So let's see if we have, so I'm getting patience and planning, that right now I'm drawn to the autumn side. There's different like snow, fall, autumn, spring, and summer kind of energies here. And I'm really being drawn to fall. So possibly allowing enough space. So whatever these issues that you've been going through, it feels like fall. In the fall, they will start loosening up. It's created emotional withdrawal. This is not necessarily a bad thing. This is you knowing that your answers are inside. And this feels like a smart thing to do. It feels like there are so many emotions going on right now that you might be reactive and react from a place of lack or anger as your foundation, instead of withdrawing and figuring out, how to work with these difficult emotions before you speak on them and find harmony within. This feels like a real harmony within. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Realizing what harmony looks like within, getting really clear about what boundaries and conscious agreements that you have with people so you can work in harmony. Realizing that you might have said things or put things in motion that made it seem okay that they did the things they did. So, realizing next time I realize that is not the way I'm going to go. I hope that makes sense. But all right. The family patterns that are affecting you right now are trust. I'm getting that there's a belief that's you can't trust people. You can't. So you could have that belief, and that belief could keep showing you can't trust people, or you can decide to shift this. Maybe it's about discernment, about who to trust, what feelings are trustworthy to respond from, not react from. It feels like you're learning about trust. And I'm feeling like what you really want is to know how to trust yourself. If you trust yourself, then you'll be able to discern with situations and people. So it's not about learning how to trust other people. It's about how to trust yourself first, taking responsibility. Just popped out. Recognition and reward. Financial and material gain. And yet at the same time, this feels a little uncomfortable. So you're wanting to trust that you can not only trust others, but that you can be rewarded for that by trusting yourself, that you will get the financial and material gains. You'll get the gains, man. Don't know why that. But trusting yourself feels like a very important first step. Maybe something that's been lacking for a while. So your personal issues that you're working through are healing begins. How do you heal? How do you forgive? How do you forgive yourself for making the choices that you made? And how do you forgive yourself? How do you forgive the others? How do you do it in a way that's for your growth and stability and forward motion? How do you do that? Solitude, going within, really deciding who you want to be, who you prefer to be moving forward. As well as it feels like that's more important than who do you work with. It's who, who do I want to be on the other side of this, maybe in the fall when this calms down. Who am I going to be? What kind of person is this situation that I've been going through, I'm going through? How am I going to come out the other side being more who I've always wanted to be? How? By manifesting that in your sacral, by creating a new you, a whole new you, a whole new you. Okay, what would your conscience do? Well, I mean, shoulding is never a thing that I like to do. However, if your conscience could say to yourself, like, this is what I want you to do. Crown chakra. Again, wow, 2 crown chakras. I'm seeing, like, I should bring in that wisdom. I should learn. This has been difficult and painful, and I want to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And I'm going to be in my crowns with this. I'm going to be sovereign in my space. I'm going to have agency. I'm going to be senior in every room that I walk into. All right, so your higher self right now has a clarity of belief. It's like your higher self is saying, you are clarifying what beliefs are working for you and what beliefs are not working for you. Your challenge is your solar plexus chakra. The challenge is that it feels like these situations and people have made you feel unempowered. And so you might be feeling really unempowered right now and not at top of your game. And again, the challenge is to rest and rejuvenate. Maybe spend time in nature. Definitely meditate and quiet that mind. What you would do if no one were to judge you around this situation: daydream and decisions. This has a real cloistered feeling. Again, kind of going within. Acknowledging and making space for those emotions. And then recreating, manifesting, starting with the daydreaming of how it would feel, how it would feel, how you would feel, how, like it's happening now. Imagining when this is over. So it is over. It has been resolved. And I have no idea. I'm not attached to how that looks. However, I know I did the best I could. I'm proud of myself. I have so much more wisdom and strength. Now, those are the things you can control, how you feel at the end of an outcome, and stop trying to control and be attached to the outcome having to be in some specific way and look a certain way. All right, the lesson that you're working on right now is helpless and hopeless. This again feels alone, isolated. I feel very far away from this getting resolution. It is a transformative experience. This is like the death card. So if you see here, she's discarding this huge mask. She's coming out colorful and bright and new and shiny, and she's leaving behind this edifice, the statue of who she was. There's no gender. I'm just saying she because she. So welcome to all genders and those who are gender fluid. All right, and also the lesson is deception and envy. Ooh, this is a tough situation you guys have been going through. I'm getting notice where you've been deceptive as well. Own up and take responsibility and not trying to just project everything outside of you. What can you take responsibility for that is yours? Not taking responsibility for anything that isn't yours either. I mean, and I can feel the charge, like some of you are like, yes, this is just overwhelming and difficult. It is. And yet, look at you going. Look at you determined to keep going. Look at you persevering. Look at you with all that foresight and all that guidance from spirit to get through this so you can get to a place of wisdom and to be the person that you've always wanted to be. So the final advice is, again, rest and reconsider. And I feel like there's card, yeah, rest and reconsider. All of this that you're going through, it will not affect your material and spiritual prosperity. If anything, going through this is on the way, well, to material harvest. So it's not for naught. You are not doing all this for just shits and giggles. This is very important work that you're doing on yourself. And there we go. That's the end of that reading of reading number 2. So I hope this resonated. Let me know in the comments below if it did. All right. This is reading number 3. So hello, number 3s. If you picked this reading, you are getting a love reading. Love. All right. Let's get right into it, okay? Love reading. All right. What does Spirit have to share with number 3 for the number 3 reading? Interesting. This is the boring part for you guys. Sorry. I will share these and we'll get a wonderful reading here for you. All right. So, right, or in the past, you have been in this space. It's quite a headspace to be in. Refusing to see, very defensive with your thoughts, like not letting in, to protect yourself from difficult thoughts, difficult words that you've kind of shut down a bit. And so it's also shutting down your ability to get third eye information and crown chakra information. So that's in the past. Let's see. You're very intuitive, So this protection aspect that you're in has made it difficult for you to focus. There's a door behind her and there's light coming out, but I'm feeling that it's not a door opening, but in your past it's a door closing. And this is like the world card, so it's an end of a cycle. So in the past, feels like a breakup, that there is an end of a cycle, defensiveness. It's very interesting, triumph, victory, and success. It feels like it might have come out of an ego space with a relationship where you were saying it was really successful and amazing and painting this picture. However, your intuition, there's something you figured out, it wasn't quite what you thought it was. They weren't quite what you thought it was. Oh, and new beginnings, like the Fool card. So in the past, you had, it feels kind of like a hurtful breakup because it is keeping you isolated in a way, your thoughts at least, and the way you're seeing things, but you've already started a new beginning. Right now and present time, you have a clarity of belief. You have so much clarity. So whatever this situation was, it brought you a lot of clarity. And your higher self is saying, move. I'm getting from this, move on from whatever this past situation was, because there's a new relationship, a new connection. I feel like you can resonate, like you can feel that newness, and maybe that's even why you close the door, and you have this amazing intuition that you got some kind of insight into how the relationship was not ever going to work out, no matter how hard you try or what effort, because you're feeling that there's this new possible love out there. And your challenge right now is your base chakra. There's some stability issues at home. Oh, and then the bottom of the deck, passion ignited. So your higher self is saying, yeah, girl, guy, gender fluid person, move on. There's someone else out there who's going to treat you correctly, who's going to make sure, who's more caring, who equal a reciprocating energy. Let's see what your person, and as you hear this, see where it resonates. Your person in the past had this joy and stability. So as I read, we'll be able to see, is this the person you broke up with or had the breakup with, or is this the new person that spirit is saying is coming in or has been there that you know of? So let's find out, see if we can get closer. So this person has amazing spiritual strength. I mean, look at that guidance. Ooh, and sacrifice. They've made a lot of sacrifices to get where they are. That joy and stability, using their spiritual strength, they, wow, they're on a path, a real powerful soul path. This person's energies, they feel like they've been getting ready as well for it. So this does feel like your new person's energies. They've done a lot of shadow work. However, they're feeling like they're in the waiting game. Feels like they're waiting for you, waiting for things to happen. Things aren't happening as fast as they used to or they expected to. And so right now, your person is feeling helpless and hopeless. Just feels so far away from where they want to be. They want to be, where the sun is, way over here, and they have all these steps to get there, and they're not quite sure which direction to go to start off. And just look at how high those mountain peaks are, those challenges and obstacles. Ooh, your person. I don't know if they know that they're in fulfillment of wishes, that they have all this is like 9 of Cups, make a wish. They have all this abundance. They're in this amazing space. So they're kind of conflicted. They're hopeless and helpless. However, all this work that they've done and all the karmic benefit that they've gotten from it has created this space of wish fulfillment. Their higher self, well, let's keep going. Wish on your person right now. Ooh, they've also brought in an amazing amount of wisdom. They might be a teacher or be looking for a teacher, like a spiritual teacher or someone to take them to the next level. It might be also getting like a physical wellness, like wanting, they're either able to teach others about the spiritual steps or health and fitness. Maybe that's Reiki as well. There are a lot of options here, but this person has been able to take everything that they've learned from their life and turn it around and teach others. Coach, teach. All right, so their higher self, your person's higher self, is rest and reconsider. Their higher self it feels like the rest and reconsider that helplessness. Rest and allow those energies to flow through you, acknowledge them. And again, their challenge is to step into that leadership role. I really feel like they are in this space, your person is in the space of stepping into leadership, stepping into teaching. So the energies that you and your person share in the past, let's start with in the past, you both have a lot of dark fears. Both of you in the past have worked through, this feels like fears around trauma, speaking your truth. Feels like maybe both of you, especially you, third reading people, fears of keeping other people's secrets. What would happen if you stopped keeping their secrets? Something about that. Let's get a clarifying. Yeah, and by keeping others' secrets, it's created mental conflict. oh, there's this division, like, it feels like a beliefs in the past that you've worked on and maybe still kind of working through is, am I allowed to have my truth at the expense of stopping holding secrets for others who stop holding secrets for others who don't have my well-being in their heart. There's something about they really don't care about you in a real way, in a way they might say they do. However, their actions never show that they care. And so it's creating this, I said I would do this and keep their secrets, but my truth wants to come out. And it's affecting your heart space, how you see yourself. You also, both of you and your person in the past, shared energy of coming together. This feels like in the past, you might know this person. You might already know this person, and they have, there's been a connection, some kind of connection, a spark, but you haven't quite found, it's kind of like they have their hands out in the spark and it's creating a heart, but not quite. So maybe there's a knowing of who this person might be. It feels like it would be really difficult. There's some obstacles to you guys getting together because of some structure, some like, is this person married or coupled up? Let's see. And I get patience. Be patient. Or in the past, you guys have been exhibiting a ton of patience on this. So at the heart of the issue, where still shared energies from both of you, is take the lead. This, I feel like you guys are both trying to figure out who should take the lead. Should I go out and tell this person? Now, your person, that's the second, it's a shared energy, but another leadership, taking the lead, it feels like your person is being asked to take the lead, to step out of their comfort zone, move on. So it does feel like there might be a third party, someone else, and their higher self is telling you both to move on from these difficult scenarios. This is shared energy. So moving on and take the lead. Oh, I get it. To move on and take the lead of, you are the author of your life. You are the author. No one else is going to give you that satisfaction. You've got to decide who you are becoming and who you want to be and who you are in every moment, and make decisions from that space. This feels like you've been doing this with the wisdom that this situation, difficult situation, has created. It's created a real fire within you, to not be bossed around, not be controlled and made to feel small. You're taking the reins of your own life. All right. So right now, shared energies are rebuild. So it looks like both of you are rebuilding yourselves, your world, and you're spreading your wings. You're taking the lead, you're spreading your wings. You both of you are stepping into a real powerful space. Get some clarification on that. Spreading wings and rebuilding. Shared energies. So memories of love, financial and material changes. So as you're rebuilding, yes, those memories of past relationships and past loves are coming through. And that's okay. Just acknowledge those. It's okay you don't have to rush in healing. Just acknowledge it's going to take as long as it's going to take. And when those memories come through, just be with them. You're not bad because you haven't healed from this, and there is no judgment. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. And you have a lot of choices. This feels like a division, maybe a divorce or separation. There's something about division of the material and financial changes, or somehow the breaking up that both of you guys have been through or going through are creating financial and material changes, and figuring out how to deal with that, how to spread your wings. Ooh, there's also been deception and envy. Yet again, material and spiritual prosperity. So I'm getting some back and forth with these cards. So despite deception and envy, you guys are going to be materially and spiritually prosperous. Despite financial changes, you're going to be fine. Despite the memories of love that kind of haunt you, and maybe even in dreams, dreaming of your ex, that's okay. It's okay to have all those feelings. It's okay. You don't have to control your feelings. Your feelings are a guide to let you know moment by moment exactly where you are. Yeah, it's just being gentle with yourself. All right, what's hidden? What's hidden from both of you is the discontent and boredom. You guys are done processing. All of this stuff has just been exhausting, and you're ready to move on and create sacral chakra, ready to manifest something new, someone new. Again, sacral chakra, and then fertility. Feels like you are both manifesting each other, manifesting this relationship, manifesting this wonderful harvest of material and financial abundance that you can share. It's just a matter of choosing wisely right now where you focus and point your energy, your attention, your words, and your actions. Is to help with that choice. Does this decision get me closer to being the person I've always wanted to be? It's a good question. That feels like that would help when you're trying to make a decision. All right, and then the possible outcome: recognition and reward. And three to me is a very stable kind of pyramid. So you've got the two angles down here, and then this third one balances. So it feels like the outcome of this, the possible outcome, is stability, maybe recognizing each other and the reward that comes with recognizing the love for each other, whether you know this person or when you do meet them, and the possible outcome, movement, choices, and decisions. Wow. So a lot of, I'm getting like, these are fun choices. You've been going through some difficult decisions. These are, you know, where do we want to move? Are we going to just date? Are we going to get married? Are we going to put in a garden? Are we going to travel? What's our life look like? This has a lot of dreaminess to it. So, all right. I hope that was helpful and that it resonated. This feels like a good spot to leave this. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated for you or not. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, all those things. If you like that, then you will be able to receive more. So, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your energies with me. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.